Welcome back, YouTube family, back with another video. Today, another reaction. You guessed it. But in all seriousness, I watched Watchmojo. I watched Watchmojo in the last video. And then as the video was ending, I had another video recommended called Top 10 Questions We Have After Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, obviously, if you haven't watched the movie, spoiler alert. But today is Thursday, which already been a week since the movie came out. So definitely should have had already plenty of time to watch the movie. But just in case you didn't, spoiler. Don't worry, I'll be here. Whenever you watch the movie, you can come back. I'll be here. I'll be waiting. All right. For those of you that stayed, let's jump into this video right now.
Scott used to beg me to wear this suit. So did Storm and Beast. But I couldn't have him thinking I wanted to be there.
Welcome to Watchmojo, and today we're asking the questions we all had walking out of Deadpool and Wolverine. Keep in mind that for every question, there is a spoiler. Number 10. Why does the TVA enlist 2024 Deadpool?
I am Marvel Jesus.
Logan is so tonally different from the other X-Men films that one might assume it exists in another universe. Yet all of the Fox films are part of Earth 10005. In this continuity, Logan takes place in 2029, with almost all the X-Men dead and the future of mutants in question.
There is a young mutant sitting in our car.
Yeah, I see.
And where we're taking her, there are others. Does that mean nothing to you?
Deadpool and Wolverine opens in 2018 before jumping ahead 6 years. So we guess Xavier will have a telepathic seizure that wipes out most of the X-Men within the next 5 years. While that adds up well enough, we don't get why the TVA pulled Deadpool from 2024. If Logan is Earth 10005's anchor being and his universe can't exist without him, wouldn't it have made more sense for the TVA to seek out Deadpool from 2029?
You appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you?
Number 9. What happened to Domino?
God, I wish this were a bus where I could pull a string and get out.
It's a good thing Cable's not driving, or you'd be in the back.
I am in the back.
Right here!
Deadpool tells Wolverine that there are only 9 people he cares about, and they're all in one photograph. We feel like Deadpool is forgetting a few other friends. Given the real-world controversy concerning TJ Miller, it makes sense why Weasel wasn't invited to the party, but Zazie Beetz' Domino was missed.
Who says you can't go home again?
After breaking out as a fan favorite in Deadpool 2, everyone, including Beetz, assumed Domino would be part of the third film. She isn't even mentioned, however.
X-Force.
Isn't that a little derivative?
I don't recall asking your opinion, Peter. That was me.
Since X-Force has disbanded, we can deduce that Domino forged a new path. Having played such a significant role in the last film, though, you'd think Deadpool would have at least made a meta joke about her absence. What happened to Fire Fist, for that matter? Number 8. What's the deal with Sad Thor?
Oh, you fool. You didn't listen.
I'm a fool. I'm a fool.
Stay with me.
Chris Hemsworth makes a sort of cameo as Thor on a TVA screen. Using footage from Thor: The Dark World, Deadpool essentially takes Loki's place as he seemingly dies in Thor's arms. Mr. Paradox suggests this happens in the distant future, although it's never given a payoff. In a way, this scene is funnier without an explanation, but Deadpool isn't the only one who's still curious.
I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
Is this a throwaway gag, or is Marvel teasing a legit team-up between the God of Thunder and the Merc with a Mouth? Could this happen in the next 2 Avengers sequels? Even if this moment comes to fruition, it might not be what we think. Would you be that surprised if this emotional embrace was actually part of another play?
I didn't do it for him.
Number 7. Where did the Deadpool variants go? before our heroes can get to the final boss, they must fight through the Deadpool Corps. And yes, that is Blake Lively voicing Ladypool, with Inez and Olin Reynolds playing Kidpool and Babypool. Unlike Nicepool, these Deadpool variants can heal from even the most dire injuries. Thanks to a last-minute intervention from good old Peter, the variants let Wade and Logan go in peace. This is the last we see of them, however. Now that they aren't serving Cassandra Nova anymore, did the variants return to the Void or did they remain in Deadpool Prime's universe? Perhaps the next logical step would be for the following film to take a Spider-Verse approach with several Deadpools teaming up, but let's not get a headpool of ourselves.
Stop it.
Number 6. Are Blade, Elektra, and Gambit dead?
You want to help? Make me a bet, Sarah.
The cameos kept topping themselves, with Jennifer Garner and Wesley Snipes returning as Elektra and Blade respectively, while Channing Tatum finally got to play Gambit.
He's a character, you know, he's got like a serious Cajun accent. I don't know if you've heard a Cajun accent.
In the final act, Deadpool and Wolverine escape to Earth 10005, while the others are left to deal with Goliath. Upon meeting Hunter B-15, Deadpool asks if she can help his friends back in the Void. Seeing how Laura shows up to dinner in the end, we imagine that Blade, Elektra, and Gambit survived as well. Their whereabouts remain a mystery, though. Were they returned to their universes, or could the TVA have relocated them? Well, the important thing is that the door is open for...
That is true. I didn't think about that. Because at the end, again, spoiler, why are you watching this? But at the end of the movie, Laura, or X-32, or X-23, or Laura, was at the table with Deadpool and Wolverine, along with all of Deadpool's friends, Blind Al, Peter, Yukio, that girl with the short hair, forgot her name, Colossus. Anyway, they were at the table. She was at the table with all of them, which insinuates that she'll be back for the Avengers movies. But where did they go? Did they die? Maybe, I don't know, because I don't know. Where did they go? And where did all the Deadpool variants go? Because that's a good question. I guess we'll have to find out if they even pay it off. But yeah, Wesley Snipes though, man, back as Blade. Crazy.
His Blade to ice skate uphill with Mahershala Ali's Blade someday.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Number 5. How did X-23 wind up in the Void? Logan left us on a sad yet hopeful note as Laura sets out with several other children, implying that a new class of mutants might be on the horizon. We thought that would be the last we saw of her, but Daphne Keane reprises her role in Deadpool and Wolverine. It's mentioned that the TVA pruned Laura from her universe, and this is the same X-23 from Logan.
You were always the wrong guy. Till you weren't.
What isn't explained is when the TVA pruned her, why they pruned her, and what happened to the other mutant children. Also, does Laura remain in 2024 with Wolverine and Deadpool? Does that mean there are 2 Lauras and 2 Logans simultaneously coexisting in Earth 10005? Instead of having dinner, shouldn't they try to prevent Xavier's disastrous seizure?
I wish I could say you were a good pupil, but the words would choke me.
That is true. That is very true. Because the events of Logan didn't happen until 2029, which means in 2024, when they, after the events of Deadpool and Wolverine, again, like I said, they were all at the table having a good time. So there is 2 versions of each character happening in the same universe at one time. That is pretty insane. Wow. That's crazy. I didn't think about that. It just totally went over my head. Wow. Good catch, Watchmojo.
Number 4. Hey, remember that X-Men universe from the Marvels?
Where are we? What happened?
We were hoping you could tell us.
For those who skipped the Marvels, the mid-credit scene finds Monica Rambeau in another universe where she crosses paths with Hank McCoy, aka Beast. Although Kelsey Grammer once again portrays the character, the fact that this Beast is CGI leads us to believe he's not the same one from Earth 10005.
You are now in a reality parallel to your own, which is, of course, impossible.
The presence of Monica Rambeau's variant further suggests this is a separate universe. Since Deadpool and Wolverine followed the Marvels, we thought it might elaborate on this tease. But no. This film is less about introducing the next generation of X-Men and more about bidding farewell to the Fox era. Between Grammer and Ryan Reynolds, though, it's safe to say that Marvel will keep a few actors as mutants arrive in the MCU.
Policy is being made without me, Mr. President. The decision to turn the cure into a weapon was made.
Which I'm all for, because some of the actors that played in X-Men, even the newer ones, they were good actors. They just had bad scripts to work with. That's all it was. But great actors, and there is some that I wish would be recasted, but there is some that I would really like to see continue going forward in the MCU or adjacent to the MCU, however they plan on doing it. But number 1 on the list is Michael Fassbender coming back as Magneto. That would be crazy.
Me.
Number 3. What is the deal with anchor beings?
But my entire world is right here in this picture.
Yeah, and who's the Sacred Timeline's anchor being? Because if it was Tony Stark, bro's dead. Like, when is that universe going to start evaporating? Maybe that's why Secret Wars happens. I don't know. But it looks like, from the looks of it, it looks like they're going to go with the classic comic plot of Secret Wars because they got Doom. But I don't know. Maybe they'll pay it off. Maybe we'll find out one day who the anchor being for the MCU is.
And I have no idea how to save it alone, but you know how to save it.
Paradox explains to Deadpool that Logan is his universe's anchor being. Without him, Earth 10005 will perish over time. On a meta level, this cleverly commentates on how Fox's X-Men movies usually focused on Wolverine, and even when they didn't, a Hugh Jackman cameo seemed inevitable.
Excuse me, I'm Eric Lensher. Tell Xavier. Go f yourself.
It also raises a ton of questions. How are anchor beings identified? If every universe has an anchor being, wouldn't most of them already be dying? Is there a difference between anchor beings and Nexus beings like Scarlet Witch? Does Earth 616 have an anchor being? If so, was it Tony Stark? Does that mean the sacred timeline is slowly unraveling as we speak? Well, maybe they can find another Tony. Just don't grab Dr. Doom by mistake. Number 2. Is this Hugh Jackman's last stand?
That's Wolverine.
You're damn straight it is. Disney brought him back. They're gonna make him do this till he's 90.
If Robert Downey Jr. isn't done with the MCU, who's to say Hugh Jackman is? Deadpool mentions that Disney will make Jackman play Wolverine until he's 90, especially since this Wolverine survives.
You were an X-Man. You were the X-Man.
While there are other Wolverine variants out there, most of them look like Jackman, and we doubt Henry Cavill will be a mainstay. Kevin Feige has stated eventually another actor will play Wolverine, although this film gives us no indication of which actors Marvel might be eyeing.
You're not the only one with gifts.
Even when the claws are inevitably passed, Deadpool and Wolverine has left room for Jackman to return in some capacity. The same goes for Daphne Keane. Only time will tell if their MCU debut was a hello or a goodbye.
Hey!
I hope not.
Get it back after I figure out what you and your mother have got us into.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Why didn't Deadpool save Logan from the past?
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Hoping to anchor his universe, Deadpool digs up Logan's corpse, finding him dead as dead can be. When that doesn't pan out, Deadpool travels across the multiverse to find a Wolverine variant, but there was a much simpler solution. Deadpool has a temp pad, which can take him to different universes and points in time. Instead of defiling Logan's resting place, why not travel back further and prevent his death altogether?
Because they said that they will not undo the events of Logan. That's why. I know the answer to that one.
While you're at it, stop Xavier from having the seizure that'll cost most of the X-Men their lives. Deadpool has used time travel to save Vanessa and Peter. We don't get why he didn't think to do it again. Or maybe Deadpool did consider this, but he realized the movie would have been shorter.
I am soaking wet right now.
Do you have any answers to our questions? Do you have any questions of your own? Did you get hung up on these questions, or did you just go along for the awesome ride this movie is? Let us know in the comments. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other...
Well, I mean, come on now, Deadpool and Wolverine. One of the better MCU projects to come out as of late. To be honest, I don't even remember the movies that came out last year. Or the year before that. I think the only thing okay, so last year was Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness, which some are arguing that how Deadpool was, that's exactly what Multiverse of Madness should have been. But, you know, whatever. And I think before that, the last one I remember was Spider-Man No Way Home. So, anyway, that's been it. If you guys want to go ahead and drop a like, make sure you subscribe. Hit that post notification bell so that way you can stay up to date with the latest videos. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night. Catch you in the next one. Peace.